Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
An overnight fire on the city's south side leaves a family with nowhere to go. Now, fire investigators are trying to figure out what started it. The details ahead.
Good morning, I'm Max Massey. A special leading essay coming up this morning. We are speaking to someone from Victory Capital, a company that moved its headquarters here to the Alamo City right before the pandemic, but recently named one of the fastest growing businesses around the country. We're going to explain.
The truck maker Navistar hiring hundreds of positions for its facility located on the city's south side. Coming up and look at the different opportunities available for those looking for work. And good morning. It's 8:58. It's Tuesday, and we've got a lot going on this morning.
It's a packed show. That's right.
So the first in-person meeting with former Congressman Beto O'Rourke since his announcement yesterday that he's running for Texas governor taking place.
O'Rourke is here in downtown San Antonio on North St. Mary Street, and that's where we find our Sarah Acosta with more on today's meeting. Good morning, Sarah.
Hey, good morning, guys. Gubernatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke just wrapped up his speech. He got the crowd here pretty fired up, and right now we are listening to the mariachis play out. They're actually about to move us, the press gaggle, over to the side so we can actually get some one-on-ones with Beto O'Rourke. But just real quick, a couple of points that he mentioned during that speech. He explained why he is running for governor, what's at stake in this election, and how his supporters can get involved. He said he is running to improve public schools and healthcare jobs in Texas. He really gave a lot of support to the frontline workers and hospitality workers who he said showed up to work every day during the pandemic. He wants to let them know he has their back, including supporting our educators. He said, quote, he wants to get us past this division, the smallness, the meanness of this moment. He did bring up the strict abortion laws that were signed into place by Governor Greg Abbott. He says it's also, quote, time for us to legalize marijuana in the state of Texas. He said he trusts women as well to make their own decisions about their bodies. Now, O'Rourke also took sharp aim at Abbott's record, citing all of those new laws and the February power grid failure. Now, O'Rourke narrowly lost to Ted Cruz during his 2018 run for the U.S. Senate. Abbott campaign manager said yesterday after that announcement, quote, the last thing Texans need is President Biden's radical liberal agenda coming to Texas under the guise of Beto O'Rourke. But I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you guys. They are moving us now so we can get some one-on-ones with Beto O'Rourke in just a bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. We might be back with her later on in the show to hear what O'Rourke has to say. But also happening right now, the 2021 HEB Christmas tree has finally arrived, and it arrived at Travis Park downtown. The tree is all the way from northern Michigan.
The 50-foot Concolor fir will be decorated with more than 10,000 lights and homemade ornaments. RJ Marquez, or better, where's your flannel shirt? I thought you were going to out and help chop it down and, you know. Oh, man.
I got it back in the news unit, David.
Okay.
Yeah, it's back in the news unit. I'm about to kind of warm up here and help get this tree up here at Travis Park. And as you guys just mentioned, I mean, it literally just arrived, pulled in through Navarro and right here at Pecan. And there's a lot of excitement about this. Of course, this is an annual tradition that HEB has, bringing this 50-foot tree all the way from Lake Michigan to the San Antonio area, and it's going to be here through the holiday season. And to give us a little bit more details about what to expect from this year's Christmas tree is Julie Benningfield. Thank you so much for joining us. She's with HEB. So let's talk about just how excited you are just to have this back here. Again, an annual tradition taking place here in downtown San Antonio.
Yeah, you said it, an annual tradition, and HEB is always honored to be able to provide this gift to the city of San Antonio. But more than anything, this year we're excited that we're back and we're together. So that's kind of our theme. Holidays are better together. And we'll be here at Travis Park on November 26th with all the fun that you've come to expect from past years. We're just so thrilled that the tree lighting is a part of so many family traditions for the holidays.
So let's talk about what's going to be on the tree. I know we mentioned there's going to be thousands of ornaments on this, lights. So just talk a little bit about what people can expect when they come out here and check out this amazing tree.
Absolutely. As of today, the tree is getting hoisted into place, and we'll start putting the lights on first. So we put about 10,000 LED lights on. This year we're going for this dazzling white light just to be this beacon of hope here in Travis Park. And then those custom ornaments will start going onto the tree as well, and you'll expect to see these traditional colors, kind of that traditional holiday feeling, and just that notion that family and friends can gather around the tree and celebrate with us as we light the tree.
Yeah, I love that, the whole like white, like Christmas tree sort of look. And there's also going to be a ton of other things taking place here at Travis Park. There's an ice skating rink and also a ton of crafts, events, things with Santa also. So there's just a lot going on. Can you kind of tell our viewers a little bit of what to expect for the rest of the upcoming weeks?
Yeah, so on Friday, November 26th specifically, we'll kick things off at 3 o'clock. Tree lighting is a free event and it's open to the public. You can even hop on Via and ride down here for free when you tell them that you're headed to the HEB tree lighting. We'll have folks like the Juzia, Magic Theater. We'll have tons of giveaways. And then, of course, the addition of the ice skating rink is always something fun to do here as well. We'll be providing free ice skating on November 26th for anyone who comes out and join us, courtesy of HEB as well.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Julie, for joining us. And we'll let you enjoy the rest of the day as we get set here with the HEB, the Christmas tree arriving from Lake Michigan. So it's a pretty exciting moment out here. And David, I'm going to go get that flannel shirt, man. And I'm going to try and help these guys out here in a bit. But they probably don't need the help. I mean, they seem like they got it all together out here.
They have a big crew out there securing it.
You got to get your Paul Bunyan on, man. Come on.
I'm going to have to warm up a little bit first before I get any Paul Bunyaning on out here this morning.
I can tell you what.
Back to you guys.
All right, RJ, thank you very much. We got outside with live cam. It may be a little warm for a flannel shirt right about now, huh?
I know, it's hard to even imagine ice skating and all the Christmas things with how, it's 66, so it's good out there.
You can do a flannel shirt with no sleeves.
There you go.
Show the guns.
Very Texas.
Yeah, showing off those guns, huh?
That's about to where it stands right now. It's pretty warm and humid out there. Here's a look at some of the visibilities. We've had some issues with fog this morning, so places like Stinson and New Braunfels, Pleasanton, Bernie Stage. Those are all areas that have reported some fog, although Stinson is back up to 10 miles, so that's good news. But New Braunfels, Pleasanton, Bernie Stage, those are some areas where the fog still remains. And as we look outside and look at some of the numbers, we're in the 60s for the most part, 67 in Stinson, 64 Port SA, 64 Devine, 63 in Bandera. You can see where the clouds and some of that fog is setting up at the moment, but it's already starting to shrink, just like it did yesterday, and we'll get the sun out by the afternoon. Still cloudy, though, as we look towards the airport. Temperature is at 66 degrees there. Dew point is at 63. Southerly winds at about 11 miles per hour. And the winds may be a little bit breezy from time to time today, too. We're up to 81 for a high. Southerly winds 10 to 15. And look for 76 degrees by 6 p.m. We've got one more warm day before temperatures flip and we get some cool temperatures by Thursday into Friday. We'll explain all of that coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Justin, thank you. Look to there. Traffic moving on Broadway at Loop 410, so that's good to see. And if you head up north on 281, be prepared for a different route during all that construction. Apparently, they've got part of it fixed, and they're having to maneuver traffic in a different way up 281 north, where all that construction is going on up there near Stone Oak Parkway in that area. So just be aware of that.
All right, and here's today's 9 at 9.
Extreme weather is affecting over 4.5 million people in the northwestern U.S. Rain started Friday, haven't let up. Hundreds of people have been evacuated from flooded neighborhoods as rivers are pushed to their max. Overnight, 14 counties in Washington were put under a state of emergency. After a months-long battle on Capitol Hill, President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure bill is now law. The president signed the legislation at the White House yesterday, surrounded by both Democrats and Republicans. $110 billion will go to building and upgrading aging highways and bridges, $65 billion for high-speed internet, and $39 billion for public transportation. Speaker Nancy Pelosi warns there won't be a Thanksgiving break until the Build Back Better bill is passed. According to the framework, the bill will create millions of good-paying jobs, enable more Americans to join and remain in the labor force, spur long-term growth, and set the country on a course to meet its clean energy ambitions. Pelosi says she hopes the vote will happen before the weekend. This morning, outrage from U.S. officials after Russia launched a missile into space, obliterating one of their satellites and creating a vast debris field that is now orbiting Earth. The International Space Station is now in danger with 4 U.S. astronauts on board. They were forced to seek shelter in a capsule that can return them to the Earth if needed. Tesla owner Elon Musk sold another $931 million in stock yesterday. Over the last week, Musk has sold nearly $8 billion worth of stock. All of this follows a recent poll he conducted of his Twitter followers, asked if he should sell 10% of his company's stock to boost his taxable income. A new study suggests pregnant women who use cannabis may be making their children more susceptible to stress and anxiety. Cannabis is often used to reduce anxiety, but the research finds higher levels of anxiety, aggression, and hyperactivity among children of women who've used cannabis compared to no exposure. As of yesterday, United Airlines is the first to bring back hard liquor sales on flights over 301 miles. It comes as violent incidents among passengers on U.S. airlines hit record highs. Southwest and American Airlines have suspended alcohol service until next year. Amazon promising more deals than ever before when its Black Friday event starts on Thanksgiving. The company says the sales will begin early Thanksgiving morning and run for 48 hours. 20 years ago today, the first Harry Potter movie hit theaters. The world of witchcraft and wizardry came to life on the big screen with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone kicking off one of the most successful movie franchises ever. And that's today's 9 at 9. And some other top stories we are following today. A scary scene for two people after their house caught on fire.
This happened at a Southside home around 4:30 this morning on Crane Avenue near Southwest Military Drive. That's where firefighters say the fire started in the living room. Crews were able to quickly get the flames knocked out, and the two people inside did make it out safely. The Red Cross is now helping them. Damages are estimated around $60,000, and the cause of the fire is still unknown. A Universal City man is now charged with murder following a deadly shooting in Converse late last week.
According to a police report, 27-year-old Vaughn Scriven is now charged with murder. He was originally charged with aggravated assault. However, according to the police report, the victim, 38-year-old Joshua Huron, died on Friday as a result of the shooting. The incident happened last Thursday in the 8800 block of Appaloosa Pass. Police report says following the shooting, Universal City Police arrested Scriven at his home without further incident. And new this morning, the manufacturing industry in San Antonio is growing. One of the latest companies to move into the city, Navistar, hiring hundreds of positions for its new truck manufacturing facility located on the south side.
Navistar sits within a 400-acre site and will produce commercial vehicles, both traditional and electric.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the site with more. Tiffany, what will the facility feature?
Good morning, David and Alicia. This facility will have a lot of different features. Just take a look behind me. Right now, we're currently in the body shop. This nearly 1 million square foot facility will also feature a paint shop, a general assembly building, and so much more. The plant is near Mitchell Lake on the city's south side. And joining us to talk a little bit more is the plant director, Rod Spencer. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Can you talk to us about this facility and what will you manufacture here?
Yeah, this facility is a new facility we're constructing in San Antonio. Navistar is a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty trucks worldwide. This facility actually will be building Class 6 to Class 8 vehicles. It's been under construction for about a year, and we're getting ready to launch our first truck in early January.
And what are people seeing right now behind us? What is happening?
Behind us right now is a body line. So what happens is our cabs are built out of steel. We load steel stamp parts into the cell at the beginning, and then as it goes down the cell, it is robotically welded.
And Navistar has more than just this facility. There's another one nearby too, right?
Yeah, Navistar started their journey here in San Antonio with this plant, but in January we purchased a facility in Elmendorf. It is our advanced technology center where we'll be doing testing and prototyping, as well as supply chain operations and truck delivery.
And manufacturing is growing so much here in San Antonio and all over Texas. Can you talk to us about the different job opportunities available?
Oh, we have all kinds of job opportunities. Right now, we're taking applications and hiring for maintenance technicians, for assembly workers. We have salaried positions for engineering positions, accounting. Basically, you name it, right now we're hiring.
And what type of skills do you need to have to work in something like this line behind us?
Well, the line behind us has some specialized skills, controls engineers, robotic programming, and that sort of thing. But in general, most of our jobs are assembly line jobs, so they're working in the high-tech assembly line that we're doing in the Benchmark facility. Those jobs, it's entry level. Come on in, we'll train you. on what you need to know.
And today there's a job fair at Workforce Solutions on Walsham all the way till 3 o'clock today.
Correct. The job fair starts at 10 a.m., goes to 3 o'clock. It's sponsored by the Texas Workforce Commission on Walsham Road.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, hey, we need some more trucks.
Oh, absolutely.
Manufactured right here in San Antonio and get them out on the road and some drivers and break up this, what do we got, this supply chain issue going on.
So hopefully people will take advantage of that job fair. Time right now, 9:13, 66 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
A company headquartered here in the Alamo City just named Fortune's top 10 fastest growing companies. The president of Direct Investor Business joins us live to discuss the company and the Alamo City.
And a near-death experience for a semi-driver in Seattle. How he survived this situation coming up in your morning headlines.
You know, the Alamo City is already home to a lot of thriving companies, and it seems like more and more are choosing San Antonio as their new headquarters.
This is a good home, but the business atmosphere has not been easy over the last 18 months. Victory Capital is one of the companies here in downtown, in the Countdown City, thriving and getting national recognition. Max Massey now joins us live for a special Leading SA segment. So I guess business is what we're talking about today.
That is exactly it. We heard from Tiffany from Navistar. We know businesses are coming to Texas, coming to San Antonio. Victory Capital just recognized nationwide. So we were joined here by Nikhil Sudan, the president of Direct Investor Business. Let's see if we can get on. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining us this morning. So right off the bat, for those who don't know, what is Victory Capital?
Just like Navistar, who manufactures trucks, we manufacture investment products for individuals, for financial advisors, for institutions. We offer a whole range of products: mutual funds, ETFs, a 529 education savings plan, a crypto assets fund, a wide range. And specifically in the direct investor business, we are meeting the financial needs of the military community, which is what brought us to San Antonio in the first place.
That makes sense. Military City, USA. So your company was just named top 10 growing business by Fortune magazine. What does that mean for you, and what does it mean for the future of your business?
I think it's a fantastic recognition for us to be named number 9 on Fortune's top 100 growing publicly traded companies for 2021. We're very excited about it. I think the biggest thing is it's a reflection of the tremendous ownership and drive and focus on investors that our company has had over many, many years. It gives us great name recognition in the area. We'd love to attract more talent, but most importantly, it's just another springboard for us to continue growing, especially in San Antonio.
Alicia referenced it earlier. The last 18 months has not been easy for the business community. You guys moved to San Antonio in January of 2020. A couple months after that, the world and the financial sector effectively shut down. So what did that look like for you guys? And what did that last 18 months look like to get top 10 growing business?
Well, it's been a roller coaster for sure. There was certainly uncertainty, but I think we remained focused on two things. One, our investors, and two, our employees. We wanted to make sure our investors, we treat them as well as we possibly can and see them through the ups and downs of the market. Look, we're an investment business. We deal with volatility every single day in the markets. And so we know how to manage risk. Our employees, their health, their safety, and their ability to come into work and serve our clients was equally important. And we basically stayed open throughout the pandemic because of the nature of our business, which is serving individuals. And we have most of our folks back in the office with all the necessary and appropriate protocols. I think it's just another experience that we've worked through. And not to mention Winter Storm Uri, we were open through that experience as well. And I happened to be in town the same week as well.
Now we talk about Texas and the San Antonio business atmosphere growing exponentially. We talk about local startups. We have Port SA, we have Startup Week, we have the amazing companies, one of which Tiffany just talked about. So are you bullish on the future of the business atmosphere here in the Alamo City? And if so, why?
Absolutely. I think San Antonio is an absolutely fantastic place to grow our business. Firstly, there's a demographic trends of folks moving to Texas, moving down south. We have an exceptionally diverse economy that is supportive of multiple businesses. There's a fantastic higher education system here that is obviously a fantastic source of talent for us, many of which we would like to recruit to Victory Capital. We have an exceptional climate. And I think it's just a warm and friendly place. I moved my family here in July of this year, and we've been so happy and so thankful for the city of San Antonio and our neighbors and our friends that we've just made welcoming us in school, in our community, at work. It's been really fantastic. And I think just my own personal experience and those of my colleagues all point to a fast trajectory of growth, not to mention the greater SATX organization that has been very supportive and collaborative with us as we've explored the city and planted our roots here.
All right, Mr. Sanan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Anyone who missed any of it, we're going to have the full conversation. Just head to KSAT.com. David, Alicia, back to you guys.
Great example in just the last half hour of the diversity of businesses coming to San Antonio, financial businesses, manufacturing businesses. They all want to move to San Antonio because our weather's so great.
And it's so cool to see that schools are taking notice because they're training kids and introducing them to these careers, and they could have a very bright future.
But you can't beat 66 in the middle of November.
I think you're right, David. I think you're right. The weather has been really beautiful so far this month. We could use a little bit of rain. We may get some. There is a little bit in forecast. First, we start with the fog, though. That's been the big story this morning. As much fog as we had, it's already starting to clear pretty quickly here. We're seeing visibilities come up as we speak. Bernie Stage, well, it just went down. Of course, I say that, and then Bernie Stage visibility went down to 2 miles. So still a little bit of an issue there. But Castroville at 2 miles, the rest of San Antonio and New Braunfels, which was seeing some fog earlier, doing well. We'll zoom out some, and you can see there's just a few areas where there's a little bit of patchy fog left over. Now, the clouds are still there, and the clouds are going to last a little bit longer. Here's a look at the time lapse. So you can see kind of the lowering ceilings there, and then visibility starts to improve as we get a little bit later in the morning. And right now, temperatures are at 66 degrees at the airport. Southerly winds at 11, and dew point is at 63. So it is somewhat sticky, and that's going to be the case, I think, through much of today. There's the edge of the clouds. So southeastern Bexar County, like yesterday, is seeing some sun, but everybody else here across San Antonio is looking at cloudy conditions. Sun is out in Seguin, 65 there, 69 in Pleasanton. Sun is out for you. And then as we look west, there's our deck of clouds, but it's already starting to shrink a little bit. So I think we'll get sun pretty quickly. By lunchtime, the sun will be out for most of us and temperatures will be on their way up. Now, dew points, yeah, they're high. We've seen these numbers come up into the 60s, so it's kind of muggy out there. There's actually a little bit of a dry line setting up across West Texas. It doesn't do anything for our forecast, but it just shows you that moisture sort of surging west and surging north. And temperatures across the state pretty comfortable, 50s, 60s, and then some 70s along the coast. Looking across the country, still nothing that's bitterly cold. International Falls is below freezing at 30, but you would expect that. Same for Cut Bank, Montana. But the real action the last couple of days, if you've been watching some of the pictures coming out of the Pacific Northwest, it's not a great situation there. They had a ton of rain around Seattle, parts of Washington, and British Columbia, and that's because there was what we call an atmospheric river. So a ton of moisture coming out of the Pacific, just dumping a ton of heavy rain there. And that system is moving east. Now, are we going to see rain like that? No. And here's why. All that energy from that system moves north. It does help to push a front through Texas, but all the energy, the good rain is going to be well to our north. So we just sort of get the tail end of things here. The front will cool us down, so there's that. It's just as far as rain goes, we're not expecting a whole lot. So tomorrow morning, we start off once again with fog and cloud cover, and then here comes the front. By 5 o'clock tomorrow, it's still fairly warm. That changes once the front moves through. We think it'll be around midnight to 2 a.m. Thursday morning. A couple of showers with the front, and then behind it, mostly cloudy conditions, and it will be cooler on Thursday. Clouds stick around, highs only in the 60s. So that'll be the big change. Here's how it looks on the 7-day forecast. Again, fog coming up tomorrow, a little breezy, 82, but 63 on Thursday. That's it. 67 Friday. We'll get some fog maybe Saturday morning, and another front heads our way late Sunday into Monday and brings some more rain chances with it and cools us down yet again. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Streets in bad shape can be, of course, a headache for drivers, but also for cities keeping track of them. So the city of Seguin was ecstatic to welcome some newer technology that makes the process a little bit easier.
Yeah, before last week, they were tracking their conditions of the streets by hand. a process that could take weeks or even months. KSAT Samuel King shows us how the new technology allows them to do that in just a matter of days now.
If you were in Seguin over the past week, you might have seen this vehicle from the company ESP crisscrossing the city, gathering information.
We're looking at pictures being taken every 15 feet.
Those pictures plus lasers create a 1-2 punch, determining what's known as a street's pavement condition index, or PCI.
You can see the middle part of the road, sidewalk, and that's just letting you know the actual lasers going through, penetrating through the asphalt, looking for any cracks, looking for any imperfections in the asphalt.
The city hopes to use that data collected to better determine what sorts of needs there are on city streets and better allocate taxpayer money.
And it can tell us how many roads we can do per year, and it'll show us what those roads should be.
John Donnelly is Seguin's Public Works Director.
We don't want to do all the worst streets first. We want to work in the middle so that we can keep the streets that are in the middle at a higher PCI so we don't have everything at the failed category.
Seguin isn't the only place where this high-tech data collection is happening. Roadway Asset Services has surveyed other cities, including San Antonio and Austin.
Instead of being a reactive mode and wait till the road starts falling apart or you've got a lot of complaints to go out and fix it, the city can now get into a preventive mode to where they're out ahead of the distress and the problems.
Samuel King, KSAT 12 News.
Pretty cool. Modern technology.
I don't think I've ever seen that in the streets of San Antonio.
Well,
like here.
Maybe one day you will.
Maybe one day. All right. Well, there's still a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Nearly a dozen teenagers shot in Colorado, and police have no suspect. What authorities say happened next in your morning headlines.
But first, we take a closer look at a new story posted to KSAT.com about Beto O'Rourke's decision to run for governor. A live interview after this break. Governor Greg Abbott officially has a high-profile Democratic competitor in the race for governor.
Former Congressman Beto O'Rourke making the announcement yesterday, but after past differences between the two, what is likely to be different this go-around? Here to break it all down, digital journalist Ferris Abawi. So good morning, Ferris. He's done this before. He ran for governor before, so why did he decide he wanted to run for governor again?
Yeah, David. So, Beto was saying that the main reason he decided to jump in the race this time was because of the winter storm that happened last February. He said that storm really exposed a lot of the failures of the Texas legislature and state leaders who, O'Rourke said, we're not listening to their constituents and, we're not looking out for what was best for Texans. This was a big, that February freeze has been a big call for Democrats a lot since it happened. And it's no surprise to see Beto hammering on it as he announces for his race.
Ferris, what was Governor Greg Abbott's reaction to Beto's announcement for his run?
Yeah, Alicia, Governor Abbott welcomed the challenge, of course. He said, bring it on. He said that Beto's policies are very hostile toward Texans. He made these comments yesterday at a press conference in Floresville where House District 31 Rep. Ryan Guillen, who was a Democrat, decided to switch parties and become a Republican ahead of next year's election. Abbott points at that as proof that Democrats have lost their way with South Texas Hispanics. And Abbott has been saying this whole time that Republicans have values that line up with Hispanic voters more than the Democrats do. And Republicans have made gains among Hispanic voters, especially in these past few years. So it'll be really interesting to keep an eye on those dynamics as the race gets closer.
He's been a legislator. He's also run for governor. He's also run for president, which means there's a lot of quotes out there from Beto. So what are some of the issues that these two politicians are going to be going after each other on as these campaigns start to play out?
Yeah, David, that's going to be something we're all keeping a close eye on. The main thing is which side is going to be able to get their message out better. For the Republicans, they've already been painting Beto a lot like, Joe Biden and trying to paint him a lot like, far left liberals like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. One of those things that is going to be easy for Abbott to hammer on, I think, with a lot of Texas voters is the fact that O'Rourke is standing by a proposal to do mandatory buybacks for semi-automatic rifles. That may be a big sticking point for a lot of Texas voters who own guns, for example. And so that's going to be what Abbott focuses on. For the Democrats side of things, Abbott led several very polarizing special sessions in the legislature where they passed a lot of these red meat laws that Republicans really wanted. And so you're going to see Beto really hammer on that. And of course, like we said earlier about the winter storm. And so those issues are going to come to a head. It just depends on which side's going to be able to get its message out better.
Ferris, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Again, you at home, if you missed this conversation, want to learn more, we have an article right now on KSAT.com.
Thank you.
Let's take you back over to Travis Park, and there's the tree.
Where?
Isn't that
Oh,
it?
it's laying down.
It's it's lying down and or laying down, and chickens lay, people lie.
It's on the ground.
Okay, it's on the ground.
It's wrapped up on the ground.
He's got to get. I don't know what that guy's trying to get it unstrapped again. I'm still looking for Paul Bunyan. I want him to show up and help us with this tree. That guy looks like he's deep into something right there. He's digging. Now they're trying to figure this out. This thing's gonna be 50 foot tall. What they say, 10,000 lights?
Yeah.
Is that what they said? And then some homemade decorations so people get to, put their own decoration on the tree.
But the actual celebration will be next Friday, I believe, at 3 p.m.
Day after Thanksgiving.
We have the details on KSAT.com. So it'll be exciting. And then Travis Park is also where the ice skating ring will make its comeback this year.
Maybe we can get some fake snow down there and make it look like a winter wonderland.
Work on it, David.
We'll see what we can do with that. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. What do you think, Justin? Some fake stuff?
Some snow.
Unless it's February, we don't have to worry about the fake stuff.
Well, that's true. And we've had a lot of people asking us, hey, are we going to see a similar thing this year? There are no indications that we're going to see what we saw earlier this February. That was a huge event, obviously, and there is no cold air in the forecast anytime soon. Some cool air, but not cold. I want to show you a picture, speaking of which. This comes out of San Antonio. It says, my very fragrant rose bush thinks it's springtime. Flowers are still blooming. I'm still mowing my yard. We haven't got that really big cold snap just yet. But a great picture. We thank you, as always, for sending in those KSAT Connect photos. Temperatures this morning, 66 at the airport, 66 Boulevardy, 65 New Braunfels, 66 in Uvalde, 62 Las Maples. You can see where the morning clouds are lining up there along I-35 and off to the west. They'll continue to sort of dissipate and thin out as we get into the afternoon. Pollen count is in. Everything looks pretty good here. We just have 3 allergens, mold, pigweed, and ragweed, so nothing that's too problematic. Your forecast for today shows the clouds clearing. Then we get up to about 81. At sunset is at 5:38. We dip into the 70s tonight. It will be breezy, and it will be humid today and again tomorrow before our cold front arrives early Thursday morning. We'll time that out for you. Talk about our rain chances, too, coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Let's take a look at TransGuide. This is at Zarzamora, 90 West at Zarzamora. Things are looking well. 281 at Grayson, same thing. No holdups there.
In your morning headlines, Aurora, Colorado, a drive-by shooting across the street from a high school. The shooter hit 6 teenagers in a park across the street from Aurora Central High School. All 6 taken to the hospital. The school went into lockdown. Frantic parents waited outside for hours before those students were released. 1 teenager was taken into emergency surgery, but a school official may have saved that teen's life.
I want to thank the school resource officers that were first on scene, and they applied life-saving measures in form of a tourniquet.
Yeah, the 5 other teens expected to be okay. At last check, the suspect is still on the run. All right, let's take you overseas to Uganda. That is what it looked like after an explosion in the capital city. Actually, 2 bombs went off in 2 different areas. One bomb exploded near the central police station. Another bomb went off near the parliament. The explosions were less than 30 minutes apart. Streets blocked off around both areas. Legislators and staff evacuated from the parliament. Several ambulances were at both locations. We just learned that at least 3 people have died from those explosions and around 30 were hurt. And yes, that is a truck hanging over the side of a bridge. There it is way up there. There's the waterway down there. That's about 180 feet between the two. The driver was able to get out. He wasn't hurt. That truck just hanging on. Here's a look at the truck from the bridge. You can see just how windy it is up there. The trees in the background just blowing like crazy. The pants on those officers were blowing pretty good. The wheels flaps were blowing on that truck. The National Weather Service said the wind was gusting at about 75 miles an hour in the area at the time. Apparently the winds were deceiving for the driver, which brings us to the irony of the story. The name of the bridge, Deception Pass. Think about that. Finally, let's take you to Fresno, California. Those are socks, a lot of socks. You're looking at 7 miles of socks. That is a new Guinness World Record for the longest string of socks. The sock drive by Fresno Mission started several months ago. It took about 6 months to collect what they needed. They also need a lot of clothespins, apparently. We know that one of the biggest needs for the homeless, socks, and that's who will be the recipients of this record haul.
We looked around like, hey, we really are lacking some certain things. And one of those was socks, which is an important tool for us. And so we said, hey, well, what if we do a sock drive? And then, well, what if we did something really cool and break the world record?
Congratulations to them. So I'm going to be handing out a lot of socks. I don't know what they're going to do with all those clothespins, though.
I mean, 7 miles of socks?
7 miles of socks, which means 7 miles of clothespins. So
you're more worried about the clothespins than the socks.
Well, I know where the socks are going, but I'm not sure.
Well, that'll be an awesome distribution, especially in time for the holidays.
Sure, especially
for those who need it most.
In the north where it's really cold.
Absolutely. Time right now, 9:43, 67 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Local researchers have identified risk factors of a deadly syndrome in infants called Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, or SIDS. Metro Health is making sure the public knows the signs of this deadly disease. That's coming up after the break. And welcome back. Here in Bexar County, 88 infants have died from sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, in just the past 5 years. There's no known cause, but over decades, experts have identified risk factors.
On the heels of an event honoring lives lost, Metro Health is making sure the public knows about programming to help prevent these type of deaths. Courtney Friedman spoke to a family that is taking full advantage.
Evelyn Rose Chappa's 2 boys, Joshua and Christopher, are the light of her life, but her journey to parenthood began in a dark place.
I did have a son that passed. I was 21 weeks pregnant and I was in a bad car accident.
Then a year and a half ago, she and her husband Joshua Harville welcomed Joshua II into the world. He was born premature, one of the risk factors associated with SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, when a child dies unexpectedly before their first birthday.
So even when, like I said, even when he was first born, I was just like watching his tummy go up and down.
It was really nerve-wracking.
So they enrolled in Bexar County Metro Health's Healthy Start program, filled with all kinds of classes and programs built to encourage wellness and prevent things like SIDS.
We teach moms to look for signs of preterm labor and what to do. One of the best things that a mom can do is to get good prenatal care.
Healthy Start Senior Management Coordinator Amanda Ponton says another main risk factor is unsafe sleeping practices like co-sleeping and others.
You need to lay your baby on their back on a flat surface like a crib or a pack and play. Make sure the sheets are pulled tight, they can't be loose, and most importantly, make sure that there is nothing in the crib, including blankets or stuffed animals.
Whether you're a new parent or an experienced parent, the stuff they teach you can still help you out.
I found out, through this program that, hey, I feel more confident in how I'm doing things. I got this.
The small worries may never go away.
Oh, never mind, he's sleeping.
But the fear of the unknown can. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
And look at that. That's that concolor. Is that how you say? I
wouldn't know.
I believe that's correct.
It's CONCOLOR. Concolor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All the way from northern Michigan to the Countdown City.
Oh, it's also known as the white fur, Dylan tells us.
Yeah, they are working fast.
Yeah, they got that thing up. That's 50 foot. That's a 50-footer. All I know is it's a Merry Christmas tree, so there you go. All that really matters in the long run, isn't it? It's a Christmas tree.
Exactly, and it's going to be
nice.
decorated with handmade decorations.
Handmade decorations, 10,000 lights.
10,000
Going to light up
white
downtown.
lights.
So you can go down there, enjoy the tree, and do some skating.
Yeah.
Well, you better figure out a way so that ice doesn't melt down there. I don't know what
I make
all
no
the
promises.
pressure on Justin.
They figured out a way where it doesn't melt.
Okay.
But before we get to Christmas, let's talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. We're going to look ahead here. Now, it's a little too early to give you any specifics about what we think Thanksgiving is going to look like, but we can get some general ideas here. This is 8 to 14 days. This is the forecast 8 to 14 days out. And though we think that things will be above normal when we're talking about temperatures. So it could be a little bit warm for Thanksgiving. At least that's the idea right now. Things can obviously change that far out. It's all going to be very general. But that's what we're looking at. As far as our next front, which is set to arrive pre-dawn on Thursday, we think this one will be in the noticeable category. So it will cool down. We're going to have highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s next couple days, today and tomorrow. And it will be muggy. Once the front moves through early on Thursday, we'll get those temperatures down into the 60s and lows in the 40s with drier air. So that's what we have to look forward to in the short term. Outside right now, we've got some clouds here in San Antonio, 66 degrees. Dew point is at 63, and wind out of the south at 11 miles per hour. Winds will be gusty from time to time today. We've had some fog this morning, too. That mostly is dissipated. Castroville and Boerne Stage, the last two places still to report a little bit of reduced visibility, but here in San Antonio, everything's just fine. 68 Canyon Lake, 65 New Braunfels, 64 in Kerrville, 71 in Pleasanton. The sun is out down around Kennedy and Victoria, so temperature's a little warmer there. Still some clouds holding on where you see the 60s there, Kerrville down to Uvalde. Dew points are pretty high. It's muggy, and that doesn't change until that front comes through. There's a look at the cloud cover stretching from basically the hill country out west to Del Rio, but this is pretty quickly starting to break apart. So I think that we'll see sun here within the next couple of hours here in San Antonio. And you'll notice most of Texas fairly quiet. We're not seeing much in the way of rain. Let's look at the big picture here. Upper level wind shows we've got a system coming across Canada, but notice how far to the north it is. It does help to drag a front through, but by the time it gets down here, obviously fairly weak. We will get the cooler air with temperatures in the 60s on Thursday. And as far as rain goes with this front, after seeing some morning fog again tomorrow, that front may produce a few showers early on Thursday. There's a small window for that. I don't think we get much rain out of this. And then by Thursday morning, a lot of the rain's pushing south. We'll still get clouds around on Thursday, though, and that will keep things somewhat cool. Rest of today, we're up to 81 with mostly sunny skies this afternoon. In the extended forecast, there's that 20% chance of rain Wednesday night into Thursday. 63 for a high on Thursday. That's it. 67 on Friday. And then 70s return this weekend. So does moisture before another front comes through on Sunday and brings another small chance for rain. We'll be right back.
Did you know with everything going on today, it is National Fast Food Day? Did you know that?
Who knew?
No, but I'm here for it.
Are you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. We got a couple of little quick pointers about Merriam-Webster Dictionary recognized the term fast food back in 1971, so it must be a real thing.
It is.
So what's fast food? It's any meal with low preparation time, which includes places like Starbucks who serve sandwiches.
Sure.
Okay. The first Happy Meal, 1979. That's when it was first. So were we sad before 1979?
Were you
Didn't
sad?
have
I don't
a
know.
Happy Meal?
By the time I was born, we were happy.
And you know, they always accuse fast food restaurants of serving like unhealthy food. So you know what you can do to cure that problem?
Eat at home.
Order a salad.
Oh.
Well, if
That
you're going to go
too.
to fast food, you get a salad. They got salads at fast food.